So a few months ago, I was making a video for my second channel, link in the description, and I was making a video in which I was cataloging my favorite parts of songs. It's a series that I do. Go check it out if you haven't checked it out before. So my roommate came into my room and he's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm making this series, blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. You know, all the stuff that you already know, but that he didn't." So he was like, "Oh, what do you mean?" So the song that I was working on at that moment was "Rather Be" by Clean Bandit, right? And I was explaining why I liked certain pre-choruses more than the other pre-choruses in that song, and he's like, "Oh, I've never heard that before." So that's what I'm basing this video on, the assumption that the common listener isn't aware of these subtle music changes within the song. So cool. So for most pop songs, the structure is A B A B A C A. So that's chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, right? The thing about that is there's nothing wrong with that. You know, having a formula is cool. Uniformity means familiarity, and familiarity means accessibility, and that makes a lot of pop songs good, you know? Like, you just gotta know how to use the tools at your disposal. For example, you could change minor aspects from part to part to create a progression in the song, and then oh, that's it? Okay, roll credits, I guess. Make no mistake though, despite how simple this technique is on paper, the subtlety is hard to nail in practice. For this particular video, we're gonna cover a few examples that exercise this sonic practice, and we're gonna try to cover a lot of ground. Wait, why am I saying we? I'm gonna cover a lot of ground in as little time as possible. So the first song we're going to examine is Noob Town by Ski Master Slump God and MGTOW champion Juice WRLD. For the first chorus, you'll notice that the instrumentation is pretty much just the keyboard and the percussion. Baby on my nuts though, cause I don't give a fuck ho, I might be around squirrels cause a nigga is a nut. So, however, in the second chorus, ad-libs are included to supplement energy into the track. Cut this, baby on my nuts though, cause I don't give a fuck ho, I might be around squirrels cause a nigga is a nut ho. And that's the beauty of it. Additions can be as simple as a few ad-libs in the second chorus to give the song, you know, a subtle progression. So the next song we're going to be looking at is In My World by Rookies Is Punked. There's actually two distinct instances in this song that I'm eager to point out, neither of which, funnily enough, are in the chorus. The first is in the verse, where the instrumental is cut out completely in the second verse in contrast to the first verse. My life, I included this example to demonstrate that the change doesn't necessarily even have to come from adding more things. It could be stripping down the melody to a more bare bones iteration. Now the second change comes during the pre-chorus, in which there's a slight change in the percussion to strip it down to just a drum roll. These are things that most people won't even notice according to the infinitesimally minuscule number of people that I surveyed, but it's worth including because I feel as though the mind can still process implicit changes like that and appreciate them unconsciously. Who needs sources? Next up is probably my favorite song in the video. It's Itsuga Oji Sama ga by Akiko Yano. In my opinion, one of the most brilliant composers of the modern era. In this song, we're going to be inspecting the pre-choruses once again. In the first one, it's just the percussion, the keyboard, and the piano. However, in the second pre-chorus, there are added background vocals to bring the song to a climax.
Full disclosure, I think she's just like a mad scientist of music. Did you know that she voiced Ponyo's sisters? And finally, the song that inspired me to make this video, after a few months of procrastination. Rather Be by Clean Bandit. Like in some of the other songs that we went through, there's a change in the pre-chorus. It adds strings. Whatever, it sounds great. But the one I want to talk about is the piano in the chorus. In the first version, the piano played is intentionally sparse as a sort of anticipation for the highly syncopated, rhythmically stuffed chorus in the second one. This is what I love when songs work together to tell a mini narrative through the instrumentals. It's just so satisfying. If there's one thing I hope you got from this video, I hope it's probably the nagging desire to analyze songs that you've glossed over before. And if you write songs yourself, well, keep this in mind. My name is Ray Romano, and I hope I'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by.